The state of Pennsylvania is one of the nation's top producers of dairy and poultry products, with the majority of farms being small and family owned. So how do these local growers connect to the cost of food that you pay at the grocery store? Our Pennsylvania Capitol correspondent Kara Jeffers reports live from Harrisburg tonight to connect the dots on the budget stressor. Kara?
Good evening, Nick. Anyone who's reaching to grab a gallon of milk these days might cringe. You are paying 73 cents more than you did in January of 2020. Pennsylvania farmers will tell you, though, that those 3/4 aren't going into their pocket. In order to understand food costs, you have to know the players.
15 cents on average of every dollar is the farmer. The 85 cents of that dollar then are other things.
When a farmer milks his cows at 4 a.m. on a Tuesday, that milk has a long path before it ends up poured into a bowl of cereal. It goes from the producer, the farmer, to a processor. With milk, that's where it gets pasteurized. And then from there, it might get sold as whole milk, or
sometimes they are used as ingredients for processed food. That's most the food is about, is sending to the manufacturers. And then the manufacturers sending to wholesalers, sometimes to big retailers.
Professor Fawn researches agriculture economy at Penn State. She says most of today's high food prices come from inflation caused by COVID stimulus money flooding the economy.
It's good, in the short run to help people to deal with the pandemic, introduce the emergencies, but in the long run, it's just essentially too much money chasing to feel good.
Fawn says labor shortages and the Ukraine-Russia war also still play a role. One place that simplifies the food supply chain, farmers markets and buying local.
Buying local is most important. Buying, in a farmer's market, if you can do that, buying a Pennsylvania preferred product, supporting the local business, because then you've got all those other chain components that are built in that 85 cents that may not be there.
As food costs continue to pinch people's budgets, top Democrats have pointed to greedflation, companies raising prices even though the cost of production stays the same as maybe one cause. Even Kamala Harris has proposed a federal price gouging ban as a solution. But again, talking with Professor Fawn, the majority of your food cost increases come from that COVID inflation. Price gouging might play a part, but it's not the part. In Harrisburg, I'm Kara Jeffers, WENY News.